I'm leaving soon. Do I get a goodbye kiss?
I'll be there to say goodbye when you leave.
After all these months together on this pile of rock, is that all I'm gonna get?
You can catch up on your kissing at the weather station in Miami. There are plenty of pretty girls to help you forget Gow Island.
I could forget real easy if you were with me, especially in a bikini.
Cool off your imagination, son. I don't own one.
Look, Nora, I've told you before, you're the only thing that's kept me sane on this miserable island. Oh, come on, talk to me.
There's nothing to talk about.
All right, then listen to me. I love you and I want to marry you. Just promise me you'll come to Miami.
I can't promise you, Bob.
Is it that tinfoil lieutenant?
There he is, right over the dock. His gear's up.
It'll be quite a while before he can tell us anything. He's in a state of shock.
But I've got to question him.
He wouldn't hear you.
His eyes are open.
They might as well be closed. He's in another world.
This man needs intensive care. He should be flown to the mainland immediately.
I'm afraid that's impossible, Doctor.
She seemed upset.
Our patient seems to be getting under her skin.
I don't blame her. He's enough to shake up anybody. And I don't like the idea of you being left alone with him.
I've seen men in deep shock before. It doesn't bother me. What brings on all this affection?
Relax, Nora. I happen to care what happens to you for a very good reason. I love you.
Nothing is going to happen to me. Unless you start getting ideas.
You're safe. There's something too antiseptic about an infirmary for romance.
Actually, you shouldn't be in here. It's been placed off limits.
The sailor boy's been at work again, I see.
He's only doing his job.
I think he enjoys being the big man.
Why do you always belittle him?
Maybe it's because I don't like the way he looks at you.
What a mess.
You won't fail. I know you won't.
Hell. I don't even know where to begin. I feel like I'm in a nightmare.
I've got to get back to the infirmary.
There's never any time.
I know.
Nora. Be careful.
I don't know where the pilot is. Diane was supposed to stay here till I came back.
Sir, something's moving inside the warehouse.
What are you talking about?
Well, I heard something inside, so I called out, and whatever it was, it started for me.
What kind of bogey in the warehouse?
Grab a flashlight from the mess hall.
I gave him a very strong sedative. He should sleep through the night without any difficulty.
How could a guy in his shape get out of bed in the first place?
Reflex action? Who can say? Aside from being weak, physically he's sound.
Brown, I demand you lock up this maniac before you attack somebody else.
Get out of here, Spaulding.
Please keep your voice down. This man is ill.
He's as healthy as I am. He's faking. Come on, get up. You're not fooling me.
Put a man with a rifle on that door. If he tries to get in there again, shoot him.
Miller? Miller? Can you hear me, Miller?
That should have shocked him out of it. For a few minutes at least. What now, Doctor?
I don't know.
What is it?
Listen to his heartbeat. That's the heartbeat of a man in mortal terror.
Yes? Where? All right, Chuck. We'll take care of it. They found a body at the Warm Springs area.
Is it Seaman West?
No. They don't know who it is. For heaven's sake, stop it!
He's probably found a rabbit in this hall.
I wish that's all there was out there.
Have you seen Brown? I want to talk to him.
After last night, I'm not sure he'd want to talk to you.
I'm the one that got belted. Are you angry with me?
What got into you?
I can't explain it. Well, I guess it was just a case of feeling helpless.
Well, you were way off base. That pilot was under heavy sedation all night. He couldn't have had anything to do with West's disappearance.
I know, and it makes it even worse. There's just no logical explanation as to what's happening, unless...
Unless what?
I've got an idea what happened to those scientists on that plane and where that body came from.
Wonderful. I could use a good theory.
Chuck, give him a chance.
For years, planes flying the Pacific have been disappearing without a trace. Do you remember?
Go on.
Well, there's never been a pattern to these Pacific vanishings. They seem to happen at random. Communication stopped. The crew's too busy to handle it to report.
Handle what?
Something that can catch up with the plane and snatch the people out of it.
Oh, come on, Spaulding.
You think I'm a fool, don't you?
In a word, yes.
Look, we've got to do something to protect ourselves against whatever it is. Now, bullets haven't worked, but there's no creature living that can't be burned. I've made a dozen of these. They're Molotov cocktails. When the bottle smashes, the fuse ignites the gasoline.
Look, Spaulding, leave the protection of the base to me.
For God's sake, Brown, we've got to do something.
Well, if you're still a meteorologist, get me a weather report.
You were pretty hard on him. He was only trying to help.
Well, if you feel so sorry for him, why don't you go hold his hand?
You could have been killed.
Take it easy.
Hold me tight for just a minute.
It's all right, baby. It's all right.
What happened to Marie?
I don't know. She's disappeared just like West. There was something else in there with us. I could see the branches moving.
Think we should post another guard in case the bogey decides to come back?
Sir, Lieutenant Rogers called from radar. He wants you to come over right away.
All right. You better go inside. It looks like it's going to be a long night. Take care of the guards. See that they stay well inside the lighted area.
Yeah, watch yourself, Charlie Brown.
This is just too much pressure for one man to carry.
I envy him. Not his job.
What brings you out here?
Well, that's a very enthusiastic greeting.
I guess I'm not very enthusiastic today.
I brought you some coffee. You didn't eat any breakfast this morning.
You're behaving like a wife.
Is that a pleasant thought?
Pleasant? I guess so.
Remember, we're not alone.
They're too busy to notice us.
Chuck, how do you really feel about me?
That's a funny question.
Well, things happen faster in a crisis. Time seems to speed up, and things like how you feel about me suddenly become very important.
You're a beautiful girl, Nora.
Is that all?
Baby, I can't give you the answer. I don't know it myself.
What happens to us later? When this is all over?
I don't know. I do know that when I look at you, it tears me up inside. That's now. Later, we'll have to talk about later. After we make sure there is a later.
Chuck, you know I'm in love with you.
Give me some time, baby.
Gotta put flavor on them things.
What would you prefer? Chocolate?
No, scotch.
Well, Chief, it looks like you're going to recover.
Well, that's fine with me.
How soon can I get out of here? That guy gives me the creeps.
You'll go out on the shift Friday. Oh, no, you don't. Diane, I'll be back in a little while. All right, Nora.
I simply feel that
Here, drink this.
Thanks. How's McBride?
At least he's alive. How much longer can we go on like this? You can't keep risking your lives against a danger we can't even see.
We didn't save Twining.
For heaven's sakes, Bob, you mustn't accuse yourself like this.
The Navy teaches you how to fight your enemy. But there's an enemy you can see, you understand.
welcome to the club. Science has been fighting unknown enemies for centuries.
Can science fight this one, Doc?
Oh, I think so. Up to this point, I've just been guessing, but now I think there's a very simple explanation for what's happened here. There have even been legends about it.
Superstitions, Doc?
I don't mean vampires or werewolves. What I refer to is very natural, inevitable from a standpoint of biology.
You're being very mysterious.
I'm not trying to play games with you. It's just that I'm not absolutely sure.
Well, I don't care if you're sure, Doc. If there's a chance of fighting whatever's going on here, let's do it.
All right. Tomorrow morning, I want to go out to the nesting site in the Warm Springs area.
What do you expect to find, Doc?
You wouldn't believe me.
Nora, the pilot's gone.
Gone?
What happened? I tried to stop him, but he knocked me down and went out through the window.
Spaulding, get some gas bombs and rifles and follow us in the Jeep. Come on, Jock.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going with you. That pilot may need medical aid. Was planted at the Warm Springs. How did it get here?
In plain English, it walked here. Those little monsters, I thought they were some kind of bugs or maybe even worms.
No, they're the young of the trees. They reproduce through their leaf stalks. The fire made all of the ripe ones fall off.
I think we better get out of here.
Chuck, we planted 5 trees and we've killed 1. What about the others?
I'm not going to go looking for them. Let's hope they don't come looking for us.
It's hard to imagine. Carnivorous trees that move on their own roots.
Not carnivorous, omnivorous, all devouring. Our bogey has no class at all. He'll eat anything, even other trees.
What would create a monster like that?
Antarctica, place where the nights are 6 months long. You see, normal plants can't survive in darkness. Our friends have surface roots and a capillary system that allows them to take only the food from the very top of the soil.
You mean they behave like regular trees?
Only in the summer. When winter and the long night comes, they start roaming for food. Trees that were sent here were collected in daylight. And on the plain, in the darkness, came to life.
Over there. Spaulding.
no good. Fire at the bottles. Maybe we can explode them.